Hey guys, I'm back for another video, and today I'm going to talk about Hytale again. And this is a concerning topic that I'm surprised no one's really brought up yet. But hey, today we're going to be talking about whether or not Hytale should cater to kids. So, what do I mean by that? Well, let's rewind back about 10 years when Minecraft was first released. When Notch first made his game, Minecraft was inspired by a game called Dwarf Fortress. There's a couple of them. There was Dwarf Fortress, Dungeon Miner, and Infiniminer. The game was all about creating things, being creative, building. And when survival mode came out, it was difficult. There was no sprinting. Health didn't regenerate from a hunger bar. It didn't exist. Instead, you got health from eating food. Crafting recipes they had to be memorized. There weren't even tooltips, so you knew what the items were called. So, I would call glowstone lightstone because that's just what I thought it was. There were no tooltips, so, just kind of made up the name. Even online, many Let's Players actually cursed in Minecraft videos. They would talk about adult topics. There was no filter because, YouTube didn't really care back then about language. And as many people know, Minecraft and YouTube are directly correlated. As one thing explodes, the other goes with it. It's pretty great. Yeah, Minecraft's popularity was basically fueled by YouTubers. And Minecraft's child game stigma was first introduced on YouTube, and that started when YouTube shifted more towards family-friendly content. This started about when Susan Wojcicki got on board. So, some seeds were being planted in, 2014, 2015. And then really heavily, the algorithm started to want people to be kid-friendly, would give benefits to kids' channels in 2016, 2015. And then by the time 2017, 2018, forget about it. And of course, since Minecraft wanted to be as popular as it was, it decided to market to kids. Microsoft bought it, and, Mojang would make the marketing very bright, very colorful, very round and friendly looking. Not a lot of... It's funny, for a game with all sharp edges, everything looks very round in the advertising. And I think the reason for that is that it is a kid-friendly style. Kind of like how Pokemon has that roundish style for new ones nowadays. The old style had a lot more jagged edges, and Minecraft's doing that, where it has this weird bubbliness to everything. And there'd be concepts in the game that seem very childish, and they don't add any real depth to the game. They just look appealing. And that's the problem, is that Minecraft started to appeal to kids because you could tell it was made just to look nice and to be appealing and to catch the eye of young children. Because, something I know when I was younger, something like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something with very sharp, jagged edges would look scary, and I would just not want to be involved in it. That's what happened. So, I don't know. The thing is, there's a reason why Minecraft did it, because it makes a lot of money. It gets a lot of views on YouTube videos, a lot of purchases of the game, a lot of barriers are taken down because parents will be like, oh, this is a kid-friendly game, I'll let my kid play this. I personally believe that YouTube should do more to support content for older ages and children's content. It's got a disgustingly large slice of the pie, as it were, and they're catered to by the algorithm so extremely, to the point where a video can get 70 million views and it's about toy unboxings. Meanwhile, someone could do the most amazing thing ever in a really popular game and not even get a freaking 20th or 30th of that. It's insane. It's really insane, and it's unfortunate because YouTube is literally, I would say, causing the childrenification of video games, dumbing down of video games to make them bubbly and friendly and non-offensive and colorful and not explore real topics, real issues, and it's disappointing. Well, anyway, I don't want to make this about politics. So, should Hytale cater to kids? It obviously worked for Minecraft, made them a ton of money. They recently surpassed Tetris as the #1 most purchased game of all time. I don't know if you knew that, but Tetris held it for quite a long time. Minecraft finally took that title. But the reason why Minecraft got so popular is because of kids. It's the sheer number of children. And the same thing happened with Fortnite. It's very round. It's very colorful. It's very non-offensive. And, same thing. And there's not a lot of things that just don't really change the gameplay, i.e. cosmetics. that just make the game look nicer to little kids, but it doesn't really add any content, like strategy-wise, to the game. It's just there for the youngins. So it makes a ton of money, but you could probably tell from the tone of voice I have in this whole video that I do not like it. As a player, it makes me angry. It makes me feel like I'm being ignored, being milked for money. I personally think, because of that Hytale should not cater to kids. That round bubbliness should not be a thing. We do have a lot of content for Hytale so far, and I have to say, it looks appealing, but not in that way. It doesn't look like it's made for kids. It looks like, well, people might think it looks like a thing that's made for kids only because of the Minecraft stigma. That's the problem. But if it were presented as its own thing, it would just look like a stylized game. And on top of that, the game is rated at, I think it's PG-13. So the game does have enough flexibility age-wise to explore maybe a darker topic or a more realistic topic, have higher stakes than, some of the things that happen in the story modes of other games. It could explore real things that happen. I don't know. And I think there could be some actual palpable stories that come from the story mode, whether it be through side quests or like the main story. I don't know. I have a lot of hope for Hytale because it does seem that their number one goal is to make a good game. And whether or not the kids latch onto it is an afterthought, which I think is good. Maybe the game will take a little bit longer to gain a following. Maybe it won't blow up as extremely as something like Fortnite. But you know what? It might actually last even longer because of it. So I believe the game should be accessible to kids, but not catered directly to them. There should be something for everybody. And making the game only for the young generation in mind obviously leads to bad game design. I don't know about you guys, but I dropped off the Pokemon series as soon as they started making all the characters, those Mii faces, where like those 3D, like really creepy looking, I don't know, that weird bubbliness, like what I was talking about earlier, catering to kids. That's what started to happen. So, my favorite games in the series were Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. I loved Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Obviously, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald was awesome. Leaf Green, Fire Red was awesome. Well, I didn't play the original Gold and Silver, but, Heart Gold and Soul Silver is a remake, kind of. So I guess that excuses it. But anyway, Black and White is okay. X and Y was okay. And then things started to just get weird. That's when they went to the new style. Everything just looked more friendly, bubbly, not offensive. And I don't know, I just got turned off from the game. And the topics in the story were really stupid. And there was zero stakes whatsoever. And it seemed like, I don't know, I was being babysat the whole time. It just felt lame. So, that's the key word in a game that it's made for kids. It's lame. And I really hope that Hytale stays the hell away. Because here's the thing, right? Something could be appealing to kids as well and not be lame. The old Pokemon games did it really well. Again, I bet Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, they must have exploded with my generation when we were kids. They probably were super duper successful. And they actually had, stakes. You got excited about things. Sometimes, sure, there were a couple lame moments, but, overall, the experience was good. So, I don't know. I think Hytale needs to just not go down that path. As tempting as it is to see that large initial explosion of popularity, I think they should focus more on making a good game and make it something that is just, it's approachable to kids. So, avoid blood, right? You can tell a good story without blood, but that doesn't mean they can't explore more intense topics. Maybe the kids won't even get it, but hey, it would be a bonus for the people that do understand what's going on. Oh, and the other part is that a kid's game is made to be easy. That's a huge problem. And the skill ceiling of the game is very low because, if the kids get frustrated, they rage quit and then they're gone. And then that's less sales for them. Again, it makes it more lame because you can't do cool stuff. Another reason why I think Minecraft at its core isn't a kid's game is because of the skill ceiling. You can do so much, And especially if you play on something like Hypixel, back when Minecraft was in like 1.8 and before all this kidification really started to kick off. It was a game made for everybody, not just kids, but you know, playing 1.13, 1.14, I just can't help but think, man, this is made just to appeal to like the lowest common denominator, you know, to apply to every single, to kids, more so than everybody else. Like, what is there for the people that are in the older audience, the people that are in the competitive audience? When 1.9 dropped, it just destroyed PvP. I don't know. And to those of you defending 1.9 PvP, they're changing it. So obviously there's something wrong. Gaming in general is suffering big time for this reason, for catering to young kids and being just directly for profit, and they're not trying to be a good game. One thing that really is good about Hypixel Studios, though, they're new to the game dev scene. You know, they've been server owners forever, but like, they haven't been in the biz long enough to be corrupted in that way, such that, you know, that crap happens, you know? I think that their goal is to make the best game possible, and that's reassuring. It's a good thing to see. I don't think they're going to sell out to the young kids and throw aside everything that makes a good game. And as I said earlier, I would dare say that making a game correctly does not mean that it will throw off kids. I mean, kids aren't that stupid, you know? I was one not too long ago. There should be real-world issues and have situations that, you know, are relatable as well. And it could explore these issues in the story. And the game needs to be difficult as well. I made a whole video on why the game should be difficult, or how the game mechanics should work. But this is the why, I guess, is that instead of appealing to a young, not skilled audience, I do well, that's the other thing, is that young kids have so much time to play video games. You know, back in 7th grade, all I did was eat, sleep, and play Call of Duty. Like, there is time to get good at a game. So I don't know why. I guess they're appealing to an even younger demographic in that case, if it's for a non-skilled audience. I don't know, man. But the game should be difficult, especially for the kids, so they have something to do to get good at. Anyway, I've rambled for long enough in this video. This was a mess. But anyway, leave a like down below if you guys enjoyed, and hopefully Hytale does not cater directly to kids. I recognize a lot of kids are watching this, but just try to think about everybody else, all right? If the game is made correctly, it should appeal to everybody and not just be an attempt at, you know, I would dare say Minecraft's current status is that it is just trying to appeal to kids and not so much helping anybody else out in the sense of competitive game modes, in the sense of adding challenge. It's just made to look pretty. And yeah, so I have a Discord channel. You should click the link in the description down below to get video notifications there, because YouTube doesn't do it properly. So yeah, don't rely on that system. I have the bot called Meeseeks. It's pretty cool. It basically lets you know my video came out like within a minute of it being released, so you're not going to miss anything. Well, anyway, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.